Rodney Cooper. I'm one of 3 business development managers for Sprint's emergency response. We actually do stage equipment in 9 locations across the country. We actually have 2 fixed facilities where we have around 10,000 devices that we keep on hand. And these devices we bring to bear whether you're a Sprint customer or you're not a Sprint customer. That way you can communicate to this piece of equipment. With the devices, we can bring in normal push-to-talk type services. We can bring in normal cellular services. We can bring in smart devices, or we can even help you bring in telemetry stuff in a pre-planned scenario. So if you have a mobile MASH unit that you want to stand up because your facility is uninhabitable, and you need to stand up a MASH unit out in the parking lot, again, like Joplin, Missouri. We can bring in the backhaul to help you communicate. We can stand up a complete IP network, things like wireless telemetry, pulse oximeters, heart rate monitors that are stood up in a wireless environment. We can also help you connect in a hard fashion, in a secure hardline fashion, to help you connect back into your regional data centers. We've taken the experience to operate in really bad events and help you solve those same problems when it's more of a blue sky type of event. We have around 1,100 ERT reservists within the Sprint organization. What those ERT reservists help us do is, 1, work with you, the customer, to help identify your needs. 1, 2, communicate back to us and help us liaise with you during a time of need. And then 3, they also come in and volunteer their services to help bring in the additional equipment and additional resources that we need to bear. An example is during Hurricane Irene, we had about 150 ERT reservists that provided about 4,000 hours of service during the first 2 weeks of Hurricane Irene. We actually deployed 5,600 devices in about 4 days into New York City and New Jersey to support public safety, fire rescue, EMS, police, and a multitude of healthcare agencies. The mission is to be operational within 24 hours. There are times when you have access issues and things like that, but those are few and far between. And actually, that's one of the things that we've worked through over the course of time, where we integrate very locally with local government as well as our healthcare customers to help us get these assets in. In fact, more often than not, we're the guys that you'll see driving in when everybody else is driving out. So we're typically there. You know, if it's a notice event, we'll actually be there before the event actually occurs. If it's a no-notice event, it's completely reactionary, then that's where the whole 24-hour period kind of kicks in.
And what's an example of a notice event?
So a notice event would be a hurricane. So in the world of natural disaster, if it's a crisis event in the world of natural disaster, the only notice event there is a hurricane. But then you start thinking about how do we plan and how do we prepare and how do we exercise. Well, that's the other component. We actually spend more time exercising and planning than we do obviously operating.
Sure.
And so we'll integrate, we'll help our customers put some of those plans in place. We'll consult with you, we'll help you determine what aspects, where your gaps are, where your risks are, and help you solve some of those problems. Anything related to ERT or anything related to Sprint.
And how long do you stay on the scene?
We stay on scene until the problem's solved. Typically, in the world of cellular networks start to restore in 3 or 4 days after a major event. Hurricane Sandy, we actually didn't pull our last asset out until June of 2013. So it was there for almost 7 months.